I've still got to show off your combat overhaul, which probably means that I have to upgrade to 1.0.59. Yeah, that's fine. Are the categories the same, Boron? Okay. Do you plan on adding idle animation variations to Genesis? For what? Specifically for what? Because we have fucking fine now. What are they under? Boron? Empire? Oh, you just gave me the whole fucking. Okay. Ooh. Boron. Oh, this is the high one? Uh, Boron. Got some good assets, buddy. Not that we don't already know that. Let me see. Turn off effects. Go to weather. I'm not gonna lie, that's a pretty cool weather effect. Storage towers. These are the wall towers, right? Oh, Boron, did you redo the wall gate B? Oh, this is a great kit bash. You might want to change your supporting beams here, but other than that, this is top tier. And you've got flip versions, which will make it easier to boron. Working so goddamn hard. Okay, small houses. So how do these work together? You said do they all snap together? Okay, shanty frame. Probably not going to be able to get this to go green. Oh. I don't think it wants to be flat. Okay, there. Flat enough. Okay. So then we have, okay, a swamp house, a shop, an L house, a metal house, metal house B, a watchtower, a frame house. Uh, okay. I see what you did here, and I like how you did it. And then we have these just snap onto the platform. So how do the, let me see. I'll, teleport over here. Osapi. Actually. Okay, so you can walk under it. And you should be able to walk on it. Alright, so let's go to the tower. Tell me this isn't badass as hell, right? Let's go in. Did you fix the masks? I'm assuming the floor isn't supposed to look like that. Couple masks are still wonky. Okay. And then we go up. Yeah, this is this building. This yeah. This is great. This is great. Yeah, I'm assuming Boron has more stuff like this planned. I know for a fact he has stuff like this planned. If you guys don't already, let me see. So if you guys don't already, let me see. You can see stuff like this. I'm not going to really explain what this is, or where he's going to put it, but this is one giant building, and it's massive. It's massive. Ironically, you also walk by it quite often. And this is a giant building. Um, But yeah, you can see more stuff. Like you can see the faction assets he made for me. Holy Nation walls. These are some of the Morehouse reworks. He's got some different pathing options for many of these. You can see all his building progress. Got a whole bunch of stuff. But yeah, so if you guys want, I'll pin this in the modding channel. But yeah, this is just one of his more recent additions to his batshit crazy design schemes. As he said, some of the masks are not working fully. It looks like this one might be Boron. It's meant to be a roof, but not complete. So theoretically, if I do, okay. So, yeah, I was in F12 mode. Um, but yeah, this basically allows you to create multifunctional bases. It's going to be, so I'll just put this out there for those of you who are excited looking at this and you're like, wow, I can't wait to get my hands on this. It's going to be a pain in the ass unless you use F12 with the frame. There's not going to be, I think once the frame is down, so it's kind of like the outposts, right? So you have a big old outpost and you're like, when you're normally building it, well, so what I'm saying is, it's like, so for players to have a good experience, you don't want, if we go to Outlanders, so if we take the frame, right, as you can see, this isn't very straight, right? Not that it looks bad. Um, and somebody could play on this, but you also need a large space, and you need, relatively flat ground, for something like this. Which, let's be honest, for most players, that are watching this, for most people that are watching this, um, and they're doing, they're playing Genesis or they're playing Lost in the Ashlands, or, if Dread adds this to UWE or whatever, if they're playing our mods, they're more typical to be the kind of people to open up Shift F12 and then go and make their own interiors, right? So if they get their hands on this, I'm just saying, for the average player, for the general player, when they're like, let me build this, I honestly, I like the idea. I like the idea of making a flat platform. Um, it would depend on how you do it. So obviously in Genesis we have the castle base. So the castle base, and the reason we created it, though it looks like garbage, as the community constantly says, um, was so we could do basically something like this. You would have something like Ulanar sitting on top of it, right? Now, my idea, and I'm almost positive I can do this today, is to take the texture and attach it to the ground texture. So what you end up with is just sand that's piled up. Yeah. But I'm almost, so what I want to do is I want to go to, so if I go to, so we have the ramp and the material, is just this tiled brick mesh, which in all honesty, I think is okay. But then you've got this stretch, and then you've got this, and then this, and it works well in places like up here near Bast or something like that, where the stone is. It works all right. But it comes down to using it, and I want players to just be able to be like, you know what, fuck it, I really need a flat platform. But yeah, this is fucking dope. Where am I going? Honestly, I would have to cut apart the base meshes all over again. The castle base mesh. I'm assuming, I'm going to make this assumption, but they don't have defense points yet. No, because dear God, this will be armed to the teeth. I honestly have no idea what what I would even use this for. Like, I'm looking at it and I'm like, wow, that's fucking cool. But I genuinely have no idea what I would use this for. But we've got for those who haven't seen them, because I'll be uploading this separately to YouTube. I'll just do this for you guys. I used to haven't finished these colliders. Yeah. You were working on the Holy Nation and more stuff, right? Empire check, Holy Nation, Enchanted. Nice. Get your ass back out here. Let's see. I've got most of these houses out, right? Kind of. Primitive Forge. Shop counter. I can't show it, but you guys can see it. So Boron's idea is to use these for the Holy Nation. Which actually makes sense. Though I've been using more houses with like deserty regions, but they have the sand texture, typically. Storm and regular. So not very, very apparent, but like sand dusted, water rusted, just storm. And then if they're in some place where it's like near a seaside, I'll use one of these or one of these textures. Let me see. Yeah, I think that's it. But in all honesty, a lot of these are just way, way better. And then Boron's going to use these for mixing in with the Empire, the United Cities, and maybe some other places. So we have these guys. Open interior for the most part. Stairs upstairs. Stairs going upstairs. And then you have small subdivided rooms, which would make this very easy to build in. Let's just change the time of day here. Would make this very easy to build in. Planning stuff out. Oh, you're going to remove the dividers? I like them. Open upstairs floor. Got a little temple base. This is wide open. Got a secondary floor with a nice, what do they call this? A landing. You have a nice big landing here in your second floor. So the frame doesn't disappear, which I actually like. Then you've got your roof. Let's see, we were looking at that. These are some of the new walls Boron made. They're a wall 2 retexture remodel. Got a small tiny house. Just a small house. A little bit bigger than a small shack. Maybe about the same size as a storm house, space-wise. Probably 2 storm houses together is this. A little bit bigger. Then we have basically just a storm house with, I think they're called pangolin, not pangolin, I forget what these style of roofs are called. Anyways, that's what I get for working construction in all these years. So I'm assuming what Boron will end up doing is adding a gate here, maybe. If not, you can just nestle a secondary gate in there. But anyways, so the whole point of these is so that you do. Let's just do this. So high wall doesn't have a connector, but basically you would do something like this. Obviously, it looks like shit. I'm not really trying, and it doesn't have a snap point. Anyways, so you can walk up the wall, up a ramp up the wall, and then go into this at the top. So they can have beds in here. You can have crossbows aiming out, stuff like that. Same with, where'd he go? This guy. This guy is a barracks in the wall. So now, does this have a snap point boron? Probably not, right? Yeah. So anyways, so then you would have, they would walk up the, so they walk up the ramp, and walk into, and again, this is like your barracks, but instead of your barracks being like a building, you can just have them in the walls, and it'll save a lot of city space. So if your city is like this big, you don't have to fill it with barracks because your barracks are already part of your walls. Then we have a giant castle. Um, I'm assuming Boron is going to remove all of these. Um, this building is massive. For reference, this is about the size. This building, mass wise, floor wise, and space wise, could probably fit the entirety of the hub in it, like Genesis hub. Oh, the dividers you'll in the castle you'll leave like that. I feel like okay, make two variants, one with, one without. Um, so we have, I don't even know what kind of house you would call this, but basically a small little fortress. Um, yeah. Let me see. Am I missing anything? See, we've got his Holy Nation assets. I mean, they'll be so high. Assets in Genesis. This is a city he's building together, Ulin Nar. Oh, right, check. And then we have, so this is something both me and Boron agree with wholeheartedly. Shek would, they're not necessarily craftsmen, right? So we have a longhouse, we have a snail house, a large station house, and a storm house that was sunk way into the ground. So, and this is kind of what I was talking about when Boron finally is happy with all these assets and stuff like that. Um, because these models serve the exact same base, what I can do is, instead of going through and rebuilding every single, house and city, I'll just go into the FCS, and if it has a storm house, replace this check with this storm house until a certain world state happens. The long house would, replace the long house. Snail house would replace the snail house. So for now, he's got this guy. Let me see. As I showed off the other day, we've got new interior assets coming, but these are Boron's made interior assets. Let me see, where am I at? Oh, it doesn't have a mask? Okay, here, this has a mask. So we have Shek armor. Obviously, this is covered in dust. Let me see. So we have some stone dividers instead of the metal ones everywhere. I guess they're stone metal-ish. We've got some stone chairs. Large stone round table. Plate storage. It literally looks like plate storage. Yo, this chest is dope. Look at the lock on that motherfucker. Copper plates. Small crate. These will probably be all Shek. Yeah. So we have copper plates. We probably can't see too well because of the... That's pretty cool. What I really need is a turn weather off button. Copper plates look cool. Then we have some walls. Oy vey. Look at this beast of a game. Oh. God damn, that's a hell of a gate. Nice rusted metal, and it's got boards on the back. Let's see what it looks like without any bullshit on it. Yeah, that's dope. That's dope. I do feel like Bourne, if I'm gonna nitpick a little bit, I do feel like, yeah, it's a little bit too dark. But it could also just be Kenshi's weather engine, right? Let's see, where's the sun at? Yeah, it's not as dark when the sun is hitting it. It's just it. You know what it is? It's the sun. It's the sun, because if the sun is hitting it, it looks relatively fine. If the sun is behind it, it also looks relatively fine. But it's the ground. It's the ground reflecting on the light. Um, so likely this is fine for most people. Yeah. So this is a larger asset showcase. Um, let me see. Is there anything else that I should show off here, Boron? Anything particular that's in the pack that you sent me? Because we've got Ulanar, the Empire, Holy Nation stuff, more assets in Genesis for comparison, some of the Shek stuff, including the walls. Yeah, I don't want to spoil everything, but yeah, I'll end that recording there and then just compress